Hi guys, this is LuwseCrochet. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's tutorial we are going to be doing a tutorial on how to make a waffle stitch vest or a waffle stitch armless. So in short, we are going to be making an armless vest or a vest. So first thing first, we are going to be needing our yarn. I'm using Yeye regular for my yarn, and I'm going to be using 2 strands, and then we are going to be needing a pair of scissors, a measuring tape, and also we are going to be using a 4.0mm hook. So now to get started, I'm going to show you what. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I think it is right time you do subscribe. Kindly subscribe, like, and share my videos. Thank you. And now to get started, we are going to make a slip knot first. You can make your slip knot in any way you know how to make it, but this is how I make mine. And then after we've gotten our slip knots, we are going to chain up 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now once we've gotten our 8th chain, we are going to be skipping the first chain, and then into the second chain we are going to be making a single crochet, and we are going to keep on making a single crochet till we reach the end of the row. And for those of us that don't know how to make a single crochet, you are going to go into the loop, and then you pull up a strand, and then you have 2 loops, and then you pull up. So that's how you make a single crochet. So we are at the end of the row, we are going to be having 7 single crochets, and that's our first row. So you can actually get your counter and then start counting the number of rows you do, and then once to get started for row 2, you are going to chain 1, turn your work like this, and into the back loop only. Into the back loop, instead of you taking the 2 like this, no, into the back loop only, you are going to go into it and then start making single crochets once again. So into the back loop only, into the back loop only. And once we've reached the end of the row, like mine, you are still going to have 7 single crochet. Then you just chain 1, you turn your work and stick and into the back loop once again, continue making 8. You continue like this, making single crochet. Now I make for this my customers, for me here, what I make 150. I make the single crochet to be 150 rows. Yes, 150. This comprises of 150, and then you can just go ahead and do the one that it fits you perfectly. You can go ahead and this 150, because I want the customer would want the vest to be, she's a female, she want her vest to be a little bit big, not firm to her body. So I'm just trying to make 40. I'm making 40 inches for the body part, and then I'm having like, this is 16, this is measuring 16, no, this is measuring, let's measure it together and then to get the right measurement. So the lower side, the single crochet is measuring almost 16 and a half. So and 16 is 16 times 2, that's 32. So this is like 33. This is without stretching. Remember, it is without stretching. And then with the body part here, this is the body part. The body part is measuring almost 18, but let's say 17. And this is without stretching, and it is quite stretchy. So, and you can just go ahead and do the one that fits you perfectly. Just do one, but make sure that in anything you are going to be doing, it's going to be in times 3. That 3 can go in between. It's because of our waffle stitch. And then just continue doing this till you have your desired fit. This can stretch to up to 40, 42. this can stretch to 42. So just go ahead and do what you needed to do. So now this is what I have. I only use this as an example so to be able to explain very well to you. And then once I only did 6, I only did 12 rows, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So each of these comprises of 2 rows. And then once you've gotten your 150 chains, you just take the 2 together like this, these 2 together. That means you are going to join it together into this and into this first one and into this first one here as well. You are going to make a slip stitch, and into the second one and into the second one here another slip stitch. Sorry about the background noises. Into the third one a slip stitch. So you are just going to slip stitch to join it together till you reach your starting point. And into the last one a slip stitch, and that's all we have. And then to get started now, we are just going to turn our work so that we'll be at the front part, at the right part. So now to get started right here, we are going to chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So and to get started, we are going to be having 12 double crochets into this one right here, 1 double crochet, into the next one here, 1 double crochet, into this 1 double crochet, into this right here 1 double crochet till we reach the end of the row. I'm just going to alternate between 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet. Now we are almost at the end of it, and into the last one. This is it. And then let's count our double crochets. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So we have 12 double crochets. I prefer counting it so that if I make any mistake, I'll be able to rectify it. So you can go ahead and count yours once again. If you are still having your starting chain, that means if you are having your starting single crochet. And now once we've gotten that, we are going to make a slip stitch, and now we are going to start working on our pattern, which is the waffle stitch. Now to get started, for the second row we are going to chain 2, and then for the first one right here into the first double crochet to me there, we are going to do a front post, and that's how you do a front post. And into the second one we are going to do normal double crochet, and into the third one once again normal double crochet. Now once you reach you are going to be having, and into the fourth one we are going to do front post. Instead of you going like this, you are going to go underneath it like this. You are going to do front post, and then you are going to have 2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then into the next stitch you are going to go in with a front post. So you are going to alternate between 1 front post, 2 normal double crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then right here 1 front post, and that's the end of, and we are almost at the end of row 2, and this is it. So we are going to be ending with 2 double crochet at the end, and then we are going to make a slip stitch to join it together. Now to make row 3, we are going to chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. We are now going to turn our work. We are going to turn our work here. Now where we have the 2 normal double crochets, here we have the 2 normal double crochets like this, we are going to go underneath it with front posts. where we have the 2 double crochet, we are going to go in with 2 front posts, and where we have the front post in the right side, we are going to go in with 1 double crochet. We are not going to go in with front post there, we are just going to go in with normal double crochet. And when we have the normal double crochet right here, we are going to go in with front post. So once we turn our work, once we are in the wrong side, we are going to go in with 2 front posts, 1 double crochet. So, and into the front post here, we are going to go in with 1 double crochet, and into the double crochet on the right side, into the back side, we are going to go in with front post. And once we reach the front post here, once again, we are going to go in with 1 double crochet, and this is what we alternate between till we reach the end of the row. And we are at the end of row 3, and that's how row 3 is going to look like. And now for row 4, we are going to do what we did in row 2 for row 4. For row 4, we are going to go in where we have, when we wanted to start here, we start with 1 front post. So that's what we are going to go in with. We are going to start with 1 front post, and then where we make the front post, we have 2 front posts at the wrong side, we are going to go in with 2 double crochets into the 2 front posts. And where we have the normal double crochet right here, we are going to go with 1 front post. And this is how we continue till we have our desired length. Now I want I want the vest to be like 25 or so. And now let's measure this. I have 16 inches without stretching it, and remember, it's still going to stretch as time goes on. So I have 16, and I think that's enough for me. And since I'm still going, and now I want to do the arm part. Now I make let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29. I made 29 rows of this, and that's what got me to 16 inches. And now once I'm done with my row 29, I'm just going to chain 1, and I'm going to cut off my yarn for now. Yes, I'm going to cut it off for now, because we are going to be making some decreases right here, and that's what we got. And now to get started, now we are going to I was unable to get my stitch marker. Actually, you are going to need a stitch marker, but I lost mine. We all know how our stitch marker normally gets lost. So now remember when we wanted to start this project, we did 150 rows, and then we did 150 rows, and then we are alternating between three. That means one front post, 2 double crochets, 1 front post, 2 double crochets. So that means we are alternating between 3. And this waffle stitch, we are going to be having 50 waffle stitch. And now to get the middle part, we already know that if you want to split it to 2, that means you are having 25. So 25 at the front and 25 at the back, and that's what we are going to be counting. Since I've lost my stitch marker, I'm going to be using my wool as a stitch marker. Sorry for this. Just get your own stitch marker. Make sure you don't lose yours, as I normally do lose mine. So now I'm just going to, okay, let's do it like this. Let's count from where we have where we joined it together here. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25. So this is the end of it right here. So I'm just going to get the wool where I have already cut, and then I'm going to make a slip stitch. So onto the second double crochet right here is where I'm going to make my stitch marker. And that's what we have. So we know we've gotten the middle, and then let's turn our work to count from A. You know, we count from this part right there, so we are going to be counting from A. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 and then 25. So this particular year, this half double crochet, I mean this front post is going to be, and better still, you can just go ahead and count it one stitch at a time to get your 75. In any way it's easy for you. So where I make this second double crochet here is our middle part, and where we stop there, this first, I mean where I make, this is where I stitch mark here is our middle part, and into this into this front post here is our middle part as well. So, and now to get started, we are going to take a yarn, and then from where we stitch mark here, we are going to be counting 5 stitches. I mean from this stitch mark 1, this where we stitch mark 1 2 3 4 5, and then we are going to get another stitch mark and stitch mark here. So you can just tie it as I do mine. And then from here also, you know, this is the front, this is the back part. So for the front part, apart from where we stitch mark, so 1 2 3 4 5, we are going to stitch mark there once again. And then I will stitch mark this, because that's where remember we wanted to start making the armhole. And then for this other part, once again we are going to do same for it. This is the what should we call it, the front post is where the middle is. So from this we are going to count from this double crochet 1 2 3 4 5. So into the 5th one, once again we are going to stitch mark it. So that's like a demarcation, because one thing is I'm counting 10 chains, I mean 10 double crochets, and then so, and once I'm counting 10, 5 is for the other side. You know, we've already marked the middle part. So now from this double crochet, from this first post to 1 2 3 4 and into the 5th one 5, and that's how we are going to get started. So now we are going to be having 75 stitches before. Now we are going to be having 7 stitches left. Now let me show you now, but we are going to start making the decreases now. Sorry, not 70. We are going to be having 65 chains left. Now to get started right now, you know, this particular part where we have our first stitch marker into the 5th one right here, where we have our stitch marker, we are going to go in with our chain, with our yarn, and then we are going to chain 2. Remember, this chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and because we wanted to do 3 decreases together into where we place our first stitch marker, once we go into it, and into this second part right here, into the second stitch, we are going to make an half double crochet once again, and into where we have our front double just going to yarn over and input it like this, and then that's what we are going to be having. Let me go again. After I've gotten the chain 2, I want to decrease this once again, and right here I'm going to yarn over and into the loop I'm going to pull it up, and then I will have to yarn over once again, or better still, I will have to yarn over once again, and then into this loop right here I will remove it like this once again, and then I will yarn all over except this chain 2, and then I will yarn over like this, and that's the decrease. I hope you understand the decrease now, and then I will continue making the normal rows till I have 32 stitches away from where we stitch mark right here. After we've gotten the chain 2, and then into the second double crochet here, we are going to make half double crochet without we closing it like this, and then into this front post we are going to make a front post, and then like this, and then we are going to yarn over all, and that's how we are going to make our decrease. And then we are just going to continue making double crochet normal, 2 double crochets from a front post, and then we continue this till we reach the end of till we have 2 stitches left to the end of the row. So continue doing this like this till we reach here, and this is what we have. I'm almost where we stitch mark, so this is where we stitch mark right here. So 1 2 3, and into this 1 double crochet, and now we are going to make the decrease. So first thing first, do it like this, the first one, so we didn't close it, and then into the second one, which is supposed to be a front post, we didn't close it once again, and into this last one where we make a stitch mark, we can now remove the stitch mark, and then after we've gotten the 3 together, we close it. I hope you now understand how we are going to be making the decreases. Now for row 2 here, we are just going to turn our work. We are going to make chain 2. Remember, chain 2 does not count as a stitch. Now we are going to make another decrease. It's very simple. Once we've gotten the chain 2, we can just go in. You know, for this we are having two double crochet, and whenever we turn our work like this, we are supposed to have a front post here, and that's what we are going to be doing. And into the first double crochet right here, we are going to we won't finish the double crochet, and into the second double crochet we will make half of it and won't finish it because we are trying to close the gap, we are trying to decrease it. And then into this into the front post where we are supposed to make 1 double crochet, and that's our decrease, and that's 3 decreases together, and then we just continue making normal pattern. So that's how we are going to decrease, and now we are going to decrease for 4 rows. We are going to make this decrease for 4 rows. So let me meet you at the other end to show you how I decrease that one also. This is what we are going to be having. We are almost left with 3 double crochets. So now we are having 2 double crochets and 1 front post right there, and that's where we are going to be making the decreases together. So into this first double crochet here, we are now going to close our double crochet, and into the second double crochet once again, do, and into the front post where we are supposed to just make one double crochet, and this is what we are having, and this is it. So we're making the decrease here as well, and then for the third row we are going to chain 2, turn our work, and then make another decrease, and then to make this decrease into this double crochet, into the first double crochet right here like this, and into the front post like this, and into this double crochet once again. So that's it. So we are now going to continue this till we have 4 rows. So we've already made 2 rows down, that means we have 2 more rows to go, and into this is the third row, we have 1 more row to go after we've done this, and then I'm going to meet you back once again. And now I'm at the 4th row. This is 1, 2, 3, that's the last 3 there, and then to make, I'm going to make the decrease now, and for the last decrease right here, and this is what I'm going to be having. And now after we've gotten 4 rows of decrease, we are going to stop making decrease, and then we are going to be splitting the middle, because we are going to be having the V shape. So we are going to be I had to on my light so you are going to see very well. So we are just going to get to the middle. So now I think I'm going to just count my yarn and then look for the middle part. You can go ahead and do that. You know, this is where we make the decrease. So this is 1. This is just 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So we are having 51. That means we are going to be having 25 here and 25 here, and then we are going to be having 1 in the middle. So we just go ahead and count 25 here, and then we stitch mark on the 26th double crochet. So now let's count 25. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this is the middle one, which is the 26th one. So right there on the 26th one, we are just going to stitch mark it. So now right from row 5 now, we are not going to be making decrease on this part. For this arm part, we are going to stop the decrease. We are just going to be making decrease once we get to the middle. So now to get started, we are just going to continue what we have here. No more decreases on the arm part. First thing, we are going to chain 2, and then what we have here is just to make the front post here. So, and then start making the normal rows till you have 4 or 5 rows to this, or 5 double crochet to the stitch marker. Then I will meet you back. So now we are almost close to where we make a stitch mark, and now we are going to be making 3 decreases together. So remember, where we stitch mark is our 26th row, which is right here. These are 26th row. So we are going to be, after we've gotten 22 double crochet and front post here, 3 stitches to the stitch mark. We are going to leave out where we stitch mark. So these 3 stitches, we are going to be decreasing it together, and then just as we've been having the decreases, that's the first one, the second one, and then lastly the third one, which is supposed to be the front post double crochet. So you are just going to do it like that. and that's how we do our 5th row. Remember, starting from row 5, we are not going to be making decrease at this part anymore, so we are going to be stopping the decrease on the arm part. Now to make our 6th row, we are going to be, instead of we doing 3 decreases together for the 6th row, we are going to be doing just 2 decreases together. So we chain 2, and then we turn our work as we've been doing. And once we turn our work, we are supposed to have front post double crochet here, so we do front post double crochet like this, and then this is supposed to be back, because but you know, we need 2 decreases together, so into this front part also, and then it is now 2, and then we yarn over. So we just continue making normal rows till we reach the end of the row, where we just do normal double crochet, and then we chain 1, and we move to the next row, which is row 7. So now, starting we are just going to alternate between row 5 and row 6. Whenever we are going from the right side, whenever we are moving from the right side, we are going to be doing row 5, and whenever we are in the wrong side, as I'm doing, we are going to be doing row 6. And remember, the row 5 that I'm talking about, row 5 is a row whereby we make 3 decreases together, while row 6 is a row where we only make 2 decreases together, not 3. And that's how we are just going to alternate between row 5 and row 6 till we have our desired fit, our desired length rather. Remember, I tell you that I want the length of the top to be 25, and from before I started the arm part, I'm already having 16, so that means I have like 9 inches to go. So make sure that once you get to the end of the row like mine, you are just going to do normal for it, no more decreases. So you are going to stop decreasing here, and this is the first double crochet right here. You are just going to, which is the front row, so I'm just going to go with the double crochet. Now to start row 7, chain 2, turn our work, do front post right here, and then do normal row for this part, and this is how we continue. And I will meet you here once you reach the end of the row to teach you, once we have 3 stitches left before we end the row, to teach you what to do. Remember, I tell you that for row 7 we are going to be doing row 5, and now we are almost at the end of the row like this. We are going to be doing 3 decreases together once again. That means we are having 3 left with this. So now the first one right there, the second one, and the third one, which is our front post, and this is what we have. And now to start row 8 or so, chain 2, and then do 2 decreases together. The first one here should be a front post double crochet, and then this is up, and that's the 2 together. That's the 2 together, and then we continue making the normal post. So we are going to do this back and forth, and then I will tell you how many rows I did. Once I'm done with it, I will tell you how many rows I did and what to do next. Oh no, I'm at row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is row 11 now. I'm at row 11. So I'm going to make another decrease here. I mean 3, as I Remember, this is a space where I'm going to do 3 together decreases. And now I'm going to let me measure what I have now to know maybe we are going to stop making the decrease here, or we are still going to continue making decreases, because I want mine to be okay. Measuring this, I'm having 3.5. I think I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to stop at row 11. I think I will stop my decrease at row 11. And currently I'm having 22 inches, more than 22 inches self. So that means I'm having like 3 or 2.5 inches left to get to 25 inches. So probably I'm going to do like 5 more rows or so, and then I will meet you once again. So after row 11, you can stop I'm going to stop decreasing. For row 12, I'm just going to chain 2, turn my work. Here it's supposed to be instead of me making a decrease here, no, I'm going to stop making a decrease. I'm just going to make one back, one front loop, and then continue like this without making a decrease. So row 12 till you have your desired length is going to be a row with no decreases. So make sure that you stop your decrease now. You stop decreasing now. So continue, and then I will come back again to tell you how many rows I did. And now this is what I have. I measured this now at 25. In totals, I do 15 rows. So after the 11 where I decreased last, from 12 to 15, I just do normal rows with no decrease. And that's the end of our work. So now I'm just going to chain 1 and cut off my yarn. So we are going to be sewing it together later on, once we've gotten all the back, all the sizes. Now we are going to be starting the other V shape. Now to get started right there, for the row 5, we are just going to do as we did here, but we are going to be starting at this particular part, because it is we do it from the front part, like we did it like this and this. So we are going to be doing it like this and this. So right here, we are going to be skipping where we make the on the 26th part as we've been doing, and then into this space right here, we are going to be making decrease just as we make 3 decrease for 5th row, 2 decreases together for 6th row. That is how we are going to be doing. So to start the decrease right on the 25th part, apart from where we stitch mark, this is where we stitch mark, we are going to skip it. We are not going to touch it. So now to make the decrease, you are going to chain 2 first. So remember, the chain 2 also stands as half double crochet. So we are going to skip over from here, and into this front post we are going to be doing half double crochet without closing it, and into this last part right here we are going to be doing half, and then that's our 3 decreases together. So we are just going to alternate. You can go back and then watch this other video so that you'll be able to get how we are going to be decreasing it. It's quite easy. Once we just finish row 5, we start row 6, and then by row 6 we are going to be decreasing 2 together, and then row 7 we decrease 3 times, we decrease 3 together, and row 8 2 decreases together, and then we stop decreasing at row 11, and then from row 12 to row 15 just normal rows with no decrease. Now that's the end of our row. We are done with it, and it's looking quite good and amazing. So after we are done with the 15 row, this is what we are having already, and then later on we are just going to make the ribbon for the neck part, and we are almost at the end of our vest. Now to do the back part, is just quite very easy. So for the back part, we are just going to do the 3 decreases together and 4 rows, and after 4 rows then we are just going to continue making normal rows. Then I will tell you when we are going to make another decrease. So where we stitch mark at this on the 5th part after the middle, and on the 5th part right here, we are just going to remove our stitch mark. Into the same space there, we are going to first chain 2. The chain 2 stand as a half double crochet chain, whereby we are going to make a decrease, and then into the second one another decrease, half double crochet without pulling it off, without pulling all off, and then into the last part here, and this is the last decrease right here, and then we are going to yarn over all, and that's our decrease. And then we just continue making this till we reach the end of the row, where we are going to make another decrease. And now, as we are almost at the end of where we make the stitch mark, which is the 5th one, so we are going to make another decrease right there. So just continue this, and once we have 2 stitches to the stitch mark, we are going to stay there and then make 3 decreases together. So this is it. We are having two stitches before we get to the double crochet where we have our stitch mark. So now to make 3 decreases together, we are just going to continue like this, just as we've been doing. So this is a front post, and then this is a double crochet. So we remove the stitch mark, and that's it. And then for the second row, we are just going to chain 2, turn our work like this, and make another decrease. So now this is supposed to be a back post, and then like this, the first one, the second one, and this is a front post, and that's a decrease, 3 decreases together. So once we have 4 rows of decrease, we are just going to make normal rows for a while, and then I will teach you how to make the neck part for here. And this is what we got. This is what I'm having currently. I'm having 3 rows left to complete it. And then remember, after we've made a decrease for 4 rows, 1 2 3 4, and we started doing normal rows. The front part, we have 15 rows in total, and then when I got to 12 rows, we are going to be making something different here. So first thing first, we are going to count the number of stitches we have on this arm part. Remember, we stopped making decrease on row, I think is it row, we stopped making decrease on row 11 or so. 2 3 4, yes, row 11, and we make 4 rows of normal rows. So now we are going to count the number of stitches we have, and that's the number of stitches we are going to do here. So let's count: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 and 14. So we are having 14 double crochets here, and that's what we are going to be doing here. You can go ahead and just stitch mark it, but for me, I don't think I really need to stitch mark it. I can just try and use my eyes to gauge where I'm supposed to start and where I'm supposed to stop. So we are just going to have 14 double crochet. That means we are going to do the pattern as we've been doing it, yeah, and it comprises of one front post for the right side and 2 double crochet, and for the back side we are having 2 front posts and 1 double crochet. So now I'm going to count the number of stitches I have sewn. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 and 13 14, and this is what we are going to be having, and this is what we have. And then we can see it here that it's going to be almost the same thing we have here is what we are going to be having here. So so now this is our row 13. We are just going to make it till we reach row 15. I'm going to do this. I'm going into row 14 now. So just do this, just do it till we reach the end of the row, and then we are going to turn it to the wrong side and then sew it together. I will show you how I sew it together. And now I'm at the end of the row now. This is my last double crochet right here, and this is where I've made 3 rows of this, and then we are now going to turn our work to the wrong side. The right side is where it's going to be showing for the outer people, where people are going to see, while the wrong side is going to be the inner part. So now once I turn my work to the wrong side, I'm now going to I will chain 1, and then I will place my hook into the top of this double crochet, and into the top of this double crochet right here also I will make a slip stitch, and into the second double crochet, and into the second double crochet of the other part I will make another slip stitch. Let me try and zoom in a little bit. I hope you are able to see it. And into the third double crochet here and top double crochet right here also I will make another slip stitch. So I will continue making a slip stitch to join the two together. So make sure that your hook is in the two before you make a slip stitch, so it will be able to join it firmly without losing any parts. And then the second to the last part here, and into the last part right here, and into the last part here I make a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to make a chain 1, and then I will take my scissors and cut off my yarn. And this is how the wrong side is going to look like, and let me show you how the right side is going to look like. Can you see? This is the front part of it. This is the front part. Okay, let me try and zoom out a little bit. Okay, see, this is the front part. Can you see? This is how the right side is going to look, and this is the back side. Can you see? It's quite looking okay. And now we are going to be going into the other part of this right here. Take a yarn, and then we are going to count 14 stitches, and on the 14th one we are going to put in our hook into it. So now let's count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So this is the 14th stitch right here. So, and then we are just going to take our yarn, chain 2 first, and then make a double crochet right here, and then continue making a double crochet, and then front post right here, and then another double crochet. So you just do the 3 rows as we've been doing, and then at the end of it just make, and then after we've gotten the 3 rows, then we are just going to sew it together, and then we are now going to make the arm parts, and I will meet you back. And now this is what we are having. This is what we are having. Can you see? I'm done with this part of the arm parts. Yes, I'm done with that arm. And let's check see, this is what we are having. Can you see? And now I'm going to show you how I did my arm part. So now I just zoom out a little bit, and now we are going to go into our other arm part right here, and then we are now going to go into the middle part of this place, into the middle part. And into the middle we are going to be taking our yarn. Remember, we have 10 double crochet here where we skipped, yes, and into the middle one is where we are going into. Now to get started, we are just going to now to get started we are going to insert our hook, and then sorry, I'm trying to okay, I'm trying to balance my, okay, that's okay. Once we insert our hook, we chain one, and then we are going to make a single crochet. Okay, and then into each and every one of it right here, we are going to be making a single crochet. And then I'll meet you once I reach, the corner part. We are going to be making a single crochet till we have the 4. Currently we are having 4 single crochets, and into this 51 where we first make a decrease, we are going to make 1 single crochet into it, and into the first row of the decrease right here, into each like this, can you see it like this, we are going to have 1 single crochet, and into the in between the first row and the second row, into the small loop right there like this, you are going to be having 1 single crochet, and into the second row, into here, you are going to be having 1 single crochet, and in between the second row and the third row, you are going to look for a loop right there, make 1 single crochet, into the third row, make 1 single crochet, in between the third row and the fourth row, you are going to look for a little loop, and then make 1 single crochet also. So I hope you understand it now. So you are going to continue making 1 single crochet round it as I'm making till you reach the end of the row. So make, or better still, you can just go in with 2 double crochet in each row. So make sure that you are not missing any step. So till you reach, and then I'll meet you once we are okay. Let me meet you where we joined it, because we are going to make it something different when we joined it. I tried to on my light so because it's somehow dark here. So and now I'm almost where we have the middle part. Yeah. And this is where we are having, this is where we have the middle, where we joined it together, can you see it? And into here, make 1, and into this, into the top of the double crochet where we joined, we are going to make 1 single crochet, and into the second top where we joined, 1 single crochet also. And as we are going to do till we reach the end of the row, we are going to follow the same pattern. So I'm at the second row, into the second row 1 single crochet, in between the second row and the third row 1 single crochet. So we are going to continue doing this till we reach the end of the row, practically the end of it, and that's it. And now we are almost at the end of the row, and this is where we are going to be having. And then I will just slip stitch into the first, this is the chain one, into the first single crochet right there. And now after we've gotten this is where we are going to be having. It's like we are making the ribbon. So now to make it look like this, we are going to chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After we've gotten 6 chain, now we are going to be doing the same thing we did for the bottom part right here. So we are going to be skipping 1 chain, and into the second chain we are going to be making a single crochet, and then we are going to be making single crochet till we have for the 5 chains remaining, till we reach the end of the chain. And this is what we have after we've gotten the 5 chains. And after we've gotten the 5 chains, we are going to skip the single crochet where we make the slip stitch, and into the second single crochet. See here, this is the first stitch where we make the slip stitch, and then chain up 6. We are going to skip it, and into the second single crochet we are going to make a slip stitch into it. That is, we are joining it together, and into the second one. So into the next single crochet we are going to make another slip stitch. That means we are having 2 slip stitch in it, and then we are going to turn our work. Now once we turn our work, we are going to be skipping the first 2 stitches. It is where we make our slip stitch, so we are going to be skipping the first 2, and into the third one we are going to start making a single crochet, and then we are going to be having 5 single crochets. Sorry, I forgot. We are going to be making single crochet into the back loop only like this. Instead of us going like this, no, we are just going to take one of it into the back loop only, and then we are going to be making a single crochet into the back loop only. See, we have 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after we've gotten the 5 single crochets, we are going to chain 1. We are going to turn our work like this, and after we've turned our work, we are going to go into the back loop once again, or should I say front loop, anyone. I think it's the back loop, and then we are going to go like this. Instead of us going like this, we are going to go into the back loop only once again. So we are going to be going with 5 single crochets as we've started. If you are a beginner, you can just go ahead and count the number of single crochets you have, so that you won't multiply or decrease any of them. And after we've gotten the 5 single crochets, we are going to slip stitch into the next single crochet right here. Can you see? Into the next single crochet we are going to make slip stitch, and into the next one once again we are going to make another slip stitch. So after we've got into this side, we are going to be making 2 slip stitch, and after we get in the slip stitch, we are going to turn our work, and we are going to skip the first 2, and into the third one we are going to make a back loop single crochet, and then at the end of it we realize that we are having 5 single crochets. And that's how the pattern is till we reach the end of the row. And after we've gotten that, we are going to make chain 1 once again, turn our work, and into this back loop only make single crochets for 5 times. Make 5 single crochets into the back loop only of each one of them. Into the last one right there, and then we are going to make slip stitch into the next 2 stitches, and into this right here make 1 slip stitch, and into this also 1 slip stitch. So into the next 2 stitches we are making slip stitch, and that's how you continue. You go round and round and round till you reach the end of the row, and then we join it together. is what we have. And then I'm just having one single crochet last. This little loop is where we actually make the what is it called, where we make a slip stitch. So the only thing we are having left is just one single crochet cover, and then I will just slip stitch into it once, and then instead of I will just make just a row of single crochets like this, just to close it. That's what we are going to be doing. And after we've gotten that, and this is what we are having. So right now we are going to sew it in together, and now we are just going to chain one, and then we are going to turn our work like this. And after we've chained one, I will first go into the first single crochet into the first chain of the other part of this other part. Into the first chain I will go into it, and into the first chain into the first single crochet of this also I will go in it, and then I will make a slip stitch, and that's what we have. And then into the second chain right here, and into the second instead of that, this is what I do. This is what I do. After I've made a chain one, I will go into the first chain here, and into the back loop only of this of the first single crochet. Into the back loop only I will make a slip stitch. Oh, sorry, my light is slow now. I'm just trying. I will try and. Well, I lost the clip where I make the videos of this one, so I'm just going to explain to you, and then you'll be able to get it. All you just have to do is just to use slip stitch to join the two together. And then for the neck part, what we are going to be doing is that we are going to be having single crochet around it, just as we've done for the arm part. So that's what we are going to be doing. We are just going to be having single crochet round it, where you are going to be having where we have the decrease of the neck part. We are just going to be having one single crochet in between the first row and one single crochet in the first row, just as we've been doing. I'm sure you are going to get it, although I still have the clip of the neck. I have little clip of the neck, and then I'm just going to show it to you so that you'll be able to get it. This is what I'm having. Okay, so and then into this row one single crochet, and I'm supposed to be doing between this row and this last row. So I'm just going to look for a loop right here like this, and do one single crochet. And now I'm almost at the last row for this part. Okay, this is the last, and then into where we first, this is the last double crochet. So, and then we are just going to go into it like I already did. And then this is the middle part where we didn't have anything. We are going to go in with one single crochet, and into this part, into this double crochet where we first make our decrease, we are going to go into it. We've already gone into it right here, and then in between the first row here one single crochet, and in between the first row and the second row we are just going to look for a loop right here like this, and then we're going with one single crochet also, and into the second row one single crochet, in between the second row and the third row one single crochet, into the fourth row one single crochet, in between the fourth and the fifth find the loop one single crochet, into the fifth row one single crochet, in between the fifth and the sixth one single crochet, into the sixth row one single crochet, find a tiny loop in between the sixth and the seventh row, and this is how we continue making it till we reach the end of the row. And this is where we have almost at the end of this, and once we reach the back part right here, we are just going to continue making single crochet till we reach the end of it. And once we have the end of it, and once you've reached the end of it, like I've reached mine, you are just going to slip stitch into, we are not going to slip stitch into the first single crochet we started right here. So you are going to slip stitch into it, and after we've gotten the slip stitch, we are going to chain up 6 as we've chained up right for the arm part. So we are going to chain up 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are going to skip the first single crochet, the first chain 1, and then we are going to make a single crochet into each of the remaining chains. That means we are going to be having 5 single crochet as we have for the as we have for the arm part also. So that's what we are going to be having as well. And once we are done with all of the single crochet, then we are going to make a slip stitch into the next single crochet here, and into the next second single crochet also we are going to make a slip stitch. And now we are going to turn our work, and then what we did for the arm part is what we are going to be doing for here also. We are going to be slip stitching into the back loop only, into the back loop only, make a single crochet into the back loop, a single crochet. And then we continue this till we have the 5 single crochet, and after we've gotten the 5 single crochet, we are just going to chain 1, turn our work, and then continue our single crochet. And now we've reached the end of the single crochet. Just as we did here, we are just going to slip stitch into the next 2 single crochets. And after we've gotten that, we are going to turn our work and then start doing it. And then we are going to continue this till we are almost at the middle part, till we have like two single crochet to the one in between here. Once we have 2 single crochets left before we reach the middle one, I'm going to be back. I'm going to meet you back. And now we are at the end of it now. We are now at the middle. Okay. Now this is the center middle part where we left out. This is the single crochet right there, and then we are having 2 left to it, just as how I said we should let it be. And then into the first after we've gotten our single crochet for this round, into the next single crochet, into the first single crochet, we are going to make a slip stitch. We are supposed to make 2 slip stitch, and this is and then for here we are going to be making a decrease. Now for the second single crochet here, we are going to pull up a loop. Instead of this slip stitching is like this, no, we will just pull it up like this. So we just pull it up like this, and into the middle one, into the middle part, which is the 3rd single crochet. So we are going to pull it up once again, and now we are having 3 loops. And into the fourth single crochet right here, into the other part, you are going to pull up a loop, and into the 5th one we will pull up another loop, and then we are going to be having 6 loops. And with this last loop which you pull up, we are going to yarn all through. We are going to make a slip stitch all through, and this is what we are going to be having. Do you get how I do it? Let me come again so that you'll be able to, so that it won't be confusing to you. Once you have 2 stitches left into the middle, we first make a slip stitch in the first one, and into the second one we pull up a loop, we will slip stitch, and into the middle part, which is the 3rd one, we will also pull up a loop. Into the 4th one, which is the other side, we will pull up another loop, and into the 5th one we will pull up another loop. And then with this 5th one, we are going to use it to yarn stitch all over. We are going to yarn it all over, and then we will just turn our work. And now we are going to skip the first two as we've been skipping it, and into the third one we are going to make back loop single crochet, just as we've been doing. And that's how we are going to make our decrease for the middle. And now I'm going to show you how it will actually turn out. It's going to bring out the V in it. Now check it out. Once we are done with this, and we just move to the next one, and the V will be showing, and it won't look rough. Don't worry about it looking rough. It's not going to look rough. So now I've gotten the chain one. I'm just going to continue making a back loop single crochet as I've been doing. I'm really sorry about the background noise. And into the last single crochet right there. And now to make a slip stitch, can you see? And then into the next single crochet you are going to make one slip stitch, and then into the second one another slip stitch, and this is what we are going to be having. Can you see how it's turned out? That it's really turned out amazing. So we just change our work as we've been doing, and we are just going to make normal as we've been doing, back and forth till we reach the end of the row. And then guys, we are almost done with our vest. Can you see that our vest is looking quite it's looking quite more. No, see, you can see that our vest is looking good. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so, and kindly subscribe, like, share, and please comment on any of your crochet ways you would like me to do a tutorial on. Thank you for always supporting me. Here we are almost at the end of the row. So this is what we are having. Make sure that you are having 5 single crochets all the way around it. 5 single crochets all the way back and forth. And this is the last row for here. Okay, and then we are having two single crochets left, and then just as we've been doing, we are just going to slip stitch in the T2. Turn our work and continue while skipping the first 2 single crochets. The first 2 slip stitch, and then for the other remaining ones, then just make 5 single crochets. And once we reach here, we are just going to chain 1, turn our work back, and then slip stitch, and then make another, and then just make single crochets. And that's the end of our work right here. So for me, just to close it very, very well, to make it firm, I'm just going to slip stitch into the little loop right here, into where we make the slip stitch right here. I'm just going to slip stitch into it, so it's going to close the bottom part of it. Now we are going to take our work like this into this first single crochet here, and into the first chain. We are having 5 chains there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is it. This is a tiny loop there. So I'm just going to make a slip stitch to join it together into the second row here, and into the second chain here, a slip stitch, and into the third single crochet here, and into the third chain here, a slip stitch, into the fourth one here once again, and into the fourth one here, a a slip stitch, and into the last one, which is the 5th one, I will make another slip stitch to join our work. And then after we've done with this, I'm just going to chain one and then cut over yarn. That means we are and here we are. So we are just going to sew this in with our daring needle later on. And this is how the back of our vest is going to look. Can you see we are done with our work now? This is how the back is going to look, and the front is going to be like this. So thank you for watching my video. If you haven't subscribed, I think this is your clue to subscribe, like, and please comment below on my video so I'll be able to know what's next or what we should do next. Thank you.